Hello. Mic is working. Makes a change. Not having to go through audio issues. Makes a change. I'm not having to go through audio issues on the Discord. Right, give it another minute or so. We'll give it another minute or so, and then we'll start. How's the music? The music not too loud? This is nice. I got a nice setup for streaming, to be fair. It's a lot nicer than Discord, because obviously on Discord you can only share one. On Discord you can only share one screen, but on this I can share multiple screens. I actually forgot how clean it was. I might even start doing just the private Discord streams on here as well. But yeah, first public stream in a while. I used to do these a lot back in 2021. Yeah, I used to do a lot back in 2021, but not so much lately. I just need to get back into the rhythm of doing them like weekly or every other week, and we can make this a consistent thing. So yeah, I'm not sure about the structure of these. I'm sure we'll get structure as we want to go along, but over time I'll start bringing some people on. I'll bring some people on weekly. Like every week I'll have guests from the Discord, and we can do sort of like little interviews and just general talking on the market. But yeah, we'll just summarize the week and then give my sort of outlook on the market, like wrapping the week up, sort of how we're looking at going into the weekend, and then also talk about like the higher time frame stuff as well, because obviously being public, it's probably some information people tune in who aren't from the Discord don't know. Okay, let's get into it. But yeah, this is nice. It's clean setup. So we've got my we've got my my trading view, obviously, and then we got my EXO charts down here. This is actually on my left, but for you guys it's on the right. And then also got my spaghetti chart. So the spaghetti chart is showing me altcoins relative to BTC, percentage wise, so paired with BTC, not paired with BTC, but scaled with BTC, so it shows you strong beta of the day. This is a nice chart to use when day trading, like altcoins, especially in these current conditions with volatility. And like Giga, for example, I've actually seen this quite a lot come up on I've seen this come up a lot on spaghetti lately, so I presume it's having some pretty nice volatility. Like captain this daily downtrend, really. I know. I feel like some of these meme coins can squeeze a lot in the near future. Like at some point when BTC actually puts in like a true bottom. we can definitely see altcoins still squeeze. Like I think altcoin is actually, I mean, it's up 22% today, but this is putting in a pretty nice bottom, to be honest. Like 4 hour, like clean deviation, swept this low, retested. I mean, realistically, as long as BTC continues to move up, I think Farcoin should go to like 0.36 here. But, you know, just in general, like really nice bottom formation on some of these coins. Like Farcoin has this really solid momentum divergence on the daily using the awesome oscillator and the RSI. A pretty nice divergence, and then you got that that deviation and the reclaim as well on the daily. So it might be worth looking for some continuation on Farcoin, like for an entry. I think this is putting in a pretty nice bottom, to be honest. Like I believe some of these coins can squeeze at some point. Like realistically, they've just been heavily sold off from the highs. Like what was down ridiculous, isn't it? Like 90%. It's basically down only, and you know, never really gave a squeeze. Like, you know, these bounces, to me, these aren't squeezes, they're pretty much just dead cat bounces, like all the way down. Like a lot of vulnerable highs, like to take out. Like usually, you know, if you start to get a decent squeeze on a coin like this, like you'd see like a chain reaction of like highs, and then you see like a chain reaction of shorts getting squeezed out. If like the market if the market provides some like solid trading conditions, like I think a lot of these altcoins can squeeze. Let me make the chat box smaller. Do I hold any of Giga? I do not, but I was just saying that it has nice potential, I think. Like if it's just capped in this daily downtrend, I think at some point if it was to like break from this structure, I mean this is pretty common, a structure from altcoins and like even BTC at the moment. I'll show you BTC structure. We'll go on to BTC. I've gone on a bit of a tangent here talking about altcoins, but this is like strong sell side structure, and to be honest, you know, until you see like a shift in this, right, you got like a support forms, price breaks down, rejects from that support, price breaks down, rejects from that support, price breaks down, price breaks down, right? So like, you know, if we remove do this. I'm not sure, but either way, you can pretty much see what I'm talking about here. Like you form a support, price breaks down, rejects. Like pretty much, if you saw Giga start to like break out here and shift the daily structure, then yeah, there's a good chance of it like squeezing back a little bit, and like targeting a bit of a breakout again. But until then, it's just, you know, looking like it's going to put in another reversal. Yeah, basically just enter on the trend break, right? And but then also like don't just enter the trade because like this meme line was broken, right? Also like look at the structure of it. Be like, okay, because the trend might break here, but it might just basically go into the support, really, right? Like diagonal lines don't really mean shit. I mean, the trend like obviously is a bit of a trend and it's capped. But if we do get that break from the diagonal and then the shift of this daily structure, so instead of rejecting here, we like reclaim, we can probably move up on Giga. And that goes for the same with BTC. show you on BTC right now with the daily structure on BTC. So I've already got it marked up here. But yeah, for BTC, we kind of want to see a shift in this daily structure, and then we can potentially start to say that, you know, maybe we can start calling for a bottom. Like, I do think we are very close to a bottom now in BTC. Pretty much from here anywhere down to 73k, I think is a nice place for BTC spot. You can probably look at buying into BTC spot anywhere from here down to like 73k, like scaling in with like an invalidation under 66. Especially if this daily structure remains intact, right? Because on this daily structure right now, we're doing that same thing like I just spoke about with Giga, right? As of right now, the sort of sell side structure remains intact. So, you know, price forms a support. It breaks that support, retests it, and rejects, right? Price forms a support, like here, support, breaks down, never reclaims, right? Never gets back above, eventually rejects. Support formed, breaks down, rejects. Support forms, like down here, right? You know, you could basically say this whole region is a support. Yeah. Price breaks down. As of right now, we're capped under this daily level, right? So realistically, you're going to want to see a flip back above like 84, 85k on the daily, and then maybe we can start to say, okay, let's write off the chance of forming a new low. Until then, I'm pretty sure we're, you know, at risk of doing something like this again and breaking down. As of right now, we've got sort of support down towards that 81.5 important level to like 80k. Like, we've got a bit of support here. You know, we can tell that when we look at the like, we're kind of just ranging here when we look at the TPO, right? So we have a composite profile made up of 5 days so far. And as of right now, you can basically see we're ranging. I can put candles in here so it makes it easier to see. This is the market profile, but right now you can see that we're basically just bracketing between like 80k and 85k, which, like I just discussed, is basically our current support and current resistance, right? So yeah, we want to see BTC get above 84, 85 here, and I think we can pretty much go to test like 93. And then, you know, that's the next big area of resistance, which is that prior range low area, right? If we can invalidate this daily structure. Otherwise, I do think we're at risk here, which brings me on to sort of like the trade I'm looking at taking. I think we're at risk here of rolling over again, putting in one more low to the downside, and then truly bottoming going into Q2 of this year. So as of right now, you know, we're looking at flipping this daily level. That daily level that I just marked out is here. Right here at this 84k region. Let me change the timer on that bot thing. Just flooding the chat. But yeah, 84k, it's a key place to get above, right? And we can see that on the lower time frame. We just discussed that on the higher time frame. There's a higher time frame level. But I'm looking at flow here because I basically want to see, you know, either we start to see a strong break above here and we probably just rally into 91. Otherwise, I'm looking for this to deviate, right? If we deviate here, get stuck back underneath this 84k region, then I'm pretty sure this is the short we look at taking towards new lows, right? As I just discussed, as long as this daily structure remains intact, I think we can look for a short and target like a new lower low, which would then be our like true bottom, because we're also forming this really nice a momentum div on the daily as well on BTC. And it really reminds me of the August bottom. We thought sort of form like this 3 drive into the low. And then we rally going into Q2, right? And then we got that momentum div that would probably form out of this as well. Duck, how's it going, man? Yeah, let me change the times on these. Yeah, if you guys, if anyone's got any like chart requests, like, feel free to send them. Do some charts as I ramble about the market. But yeah, as well, the high time frame looking really good around this 81.5 region, which is the 2024 value or high. I think that if we did get that final sweep into 73k, and as long as we sort of mean reverted back to 81.5, we'd be comfortable doing something like that. But for now, there's like really nice support being found around here, towards this 81.5 region. And I expect it to react the same way as the 2021 value or high did, and also the 2022 value or high did, where we held it and then continued to rally. Like for me, looking at still trading towards 240 to 140 to 160 this year on BTC, and I'm pretty sure this is starting to be the bottom for it now. But anywhere from here down to like 73k. The only problem with this is a small screen, so I can't see the numbers. So I might have to increase the tick size. ARB, yeah, we can have a look at ARB. I've changed the timer of that bot. Shouldn't be spamming as much anymore. It's like first public stream, so I think not everything was going to be right. Happy it's just working and live to be honest. So ARB is so closely related to ETH, right? It's an ETH coin. So you're pretty much relying on ETH to perform pretty well, right? For something like this to move up, because they're so like closely correlated. So far, this is looking nice though on BTC, like this break from the composite value area. Composite value area high 8373, so 83712. I got it on the chart. Didn't retest completely into there, but that's not a bad thing. Yeah, the fact we sort of broken from the composite, and we're holding above here, but shows me potential signs of continuation on this. I was mostly looking for some triggers into this composite value area high to take a long on BTC, but it's like front run it a little bit. Yeah, if we look at ARB weekly versus ETH weekly, if we go to April. get. Might be better off having a. Yeah, we've got more history on this chart. It's basically the same. Doesn't matter. Got a bit more. 23. But yeah, you can basically see how they're identical, right? Charts, ETH and ARB, because they're so closely correlated, and not necessarily in terms of fundamentals to different projects, but ARB is an ETH coin, right? You can see that ARB tops out going into Jan 2024. You know, ETH tops out, and even from then, like when ETH rallied into March, ARB didn't even make a new higher high. And then, you know, ETH basically went to a downtrend into August, and so did ARB. So, you know, you can look at a coin like this, but you are heavily relying on ETH, really. You know, obviously altcoins have suffered. All altcoins have suffered, not just like ETH coins. It's a pretty simple reclaim that you'd want to see on this, really. On ARB. Back above this 0.5 area on the weekly. I mean the daily as well, be the same. If you can look in a little bit of a deviation. It's sold. It's sold off, heavily sold off now. Like, what's the RSI looking like? I mean, RSI is still not as low as August levels on it on the weekly. Yeah, you'd kind of want to see this above 0.48, to be honest. And maybe a little front run. Thing is with these altcoins, like most coins right now, they're doing that same price action I spoke about. You could probably get away with like long in earlier above 0.38. Like once it starts to shift this sort of order block here. Like once it starts to shift here, you could probably get in. Until then, I would maybe expect it to do something like that. Yeah, back above 0.4. You could look at a long towards 0.48 and then flip above there, you can go. Can you take a look at near entry around 232? Looking to compound, but the only compound entry that I have is entry point. Yeah, have a look. Close my BTC long way too early today. I target those, so can't complain. It's looking pretty similar to ARB, right? You know, a lot of altcoins are looking similar at this point. 232 entry. You got a pretty nice entry. It's another coin that I look at, right, and I'm like, this shit has to bounce soon, man. Like, if it doesn't, it's cooked, you know. Like if near doesn't like bounce from here, I can see it going to like 1-4. You could like by compound you mean adding to your entry, right? I'd like to see it get back above this daily/weekly level here, to be honest. Deviation and reclaim back above here. That looks quite nice on there. Yeah, I would add like if it locked in a reclaim, like a bit of a nice momentum divergence down here. Like reclaim that to 2.8 region. Good chance like 3-7, and then take these highs, flip there, and it probably V-shapes. It's kind of like a must-hold area. Like really, if it can't reclaim here, it's fucking cooked, man. And a lot of coins are looking like that, which is why I think we're so close to a bottom and like some relief on altcoins. Like it'll go back to like October, November lows of 2023, which is wild. Because what was BTC price October 23? Yeah, like 25k. Yeah, I'd add like compound back above 2.7. Backfilled the SP from today as well. It's looking quite nice actually. For a move up. After all, how's SPX looking? I mean, SPX has been the burden of crypto. I mean, yeah, surprise while we're bouncing. SPX has been the burden of crypto this week. Like, pretty much. Pretty much only bouncing this week when SPX does, and like stocks open and SPX starts falling, then we see crypto seem to suffer as well. But overall, I think BTC has been showing good strength against the SPX, despite, especially this week, despite its downtrend. You can basically see when you put them over the top of each other how we are paired. But something I noticed yesterday was, despite the SPX making like a new, basically a new low under here, BTC still managed to hold like a high low, which I think is pretty nice. Actually, I think it did wick the lower time frame. Oh no, it didn't. It held. It's fine. But overall, yeah, like BTC has been holding somewhat better than SPX. So I think once SPX does officially bottom, we can see crypto rip pretty hard. And Trump stopped running his mouth about tariffs. This Nightbot hasn't shut up, has it? Still yapping. Yeah, I mean, we're just paired, just bloody paired. Stocks. Let's get my higher time frame chart out. Yeah, but I think we're very close to a bottom, reminding me of August bottom and the likes of Jan bottom as well. BTC doesn't put in these fast, big wick V-shaped reversals anymore like we used to see in the market. I think things are far too mature for that, and we tend to see this sort of like slow drive and rally out, right? Slow drive and then rally out. And I think we're in the process of doing that again here. You know, either from whether we reclaim 85k on the daily or whether we don't and we do one sort of like drive and then leg up right into like 73 into 73k. Sort of form like I was just saying, this similar sort of divergence. Divergence into here. Get like a, and then rally into Q2. You know, backfilling some really nice demand here. Imbalances on the higher time frame, like weekly, monthly imbalances being backfilled on BTC is a great sign. I mean, like the weekly as well is looking really good. You know, as I discussed earlier in the stream, the fact the weekly continues to hold above this or around this 815 region is great for us. You know, and there's no reason why we can't wick down there like on a weekly and get back above and reclaim, right? So, you know, next week or the next couple of weeks, if we start to fail to get back above this 85k region and we start to trade down on the daily, I don't think this is a time to be fearful. I think this is just that one drive lower, and then I would presume we recover on the weekly, so we would end up seeing some sort of breakdown on the daily, but the weekly would end up having like a nice wick or a long wick into that 73k region. You know, we can look at a couple of charts I got mapped out here. So for me, I still believe we have, you know, good 200 around 200 days left of this cycle minimum. Pretty much every cycle has, from top to bottom, from cycle bottom to cycle top, has been progressively getting longer by about 100 days each time. You know, the 2011 to 2013 cycle was 740 days. The 2015 to 2017 cycle was 850 days. The 2018 to 21 cycle was 1068 days. And then you've got you could say 2022, 2023. It was basically the end of the year, right? 2023. So we can call it the 2023 cycle, right? Or 2022 and 22. But this cycle is currently 840 days. So if we remember that each cycle is getting like progressively longer, that cycle was 100 days longer. This cycle was 200 days longer. So let's just say that this cycle, let's say this cycle is a minimum of you know, matching last cycle in the timeline, that still puts us around 220 days out to match that timeline from the current day, right? Which puts our top around October time. 220 days from here is around October, which is why you might see me saying a lot that October is the earliest, because I believe, with other factors as well. I've done a big market report on my thoughts on the higher time frame, and you can go and read that there. I'll show that here in chat if you're interested. So this is my market, one of my market reports, and like where I cover my high time frame thoughts. Basically, go over my reason why I think we're technically still in like a bull market. I believe that we still have until October until we actually top. I don't know if it'll be able to, it will let me share this. Let's see. Yeah, I believe we're still very early in the cycle in terms of altcoins, and I think that's becoming more clear given what Trump is doing. I think the way he's acting, it is positive for crypto, but not in such a near term. I think it's going to be a much longer cycle due to the way he's acting. That's the link to the write-up if you want to go read it. But that makes sense, then it extends our cycle with the fact that, okay, right, if he's going to continue to do all these things that, longevity wise for BTC is great, but in the near term he's probably going to hurt the markets a little bit, right? Which lines up with my idea that we don't see a cycle top until earliest October this year. And then you can go and look at the halvings, right? So this is also another chart of mine that I mapped out. Basically, BTC growth from the halving, and as of right now, BTC has only put in a 70% move since, from the halving to the high, the current all-time high on BTC. It was only a 70% move, which I don't think is a big enough move. Given what we've seen previously in cycles, I think that we have the chance of doing at least, at least a 200% move from the halving, to be honest. Around a 200% move, 150 to 200% move, I think is completely reasonable for BTC. Yeah, lots to factor in this cycle. This is the first cycle when we've seen like actual interest from world-renowned hedge funds and banks and countries and governments getting involved. Like before, we had like a small trickle of that. And now we're starting to see like a real hot environment for Bitcoin. And I'm not going to say crypto, I'm going to say Bitcoin, because I think a lot of vaporware won't be around in the next few years. Yeah, but that means I have a bull during the period of sell in May and go away, and that's a bit odd. I mean, yeah, a little bit. It's May last year, May last year we actually rallied, so we rallied into June. Year before May. I mean, that's the thing. You have to think about like seasonality. So I think ideally what we can try and put in a bottom prior to summer. So if we can bottom going like early Q2, so into April and May, we can actually bottom and see some sort of rally. We probably then, either fall back inside this range or we form a new range, like maybe above, like maybe up here we form a new range through summer because you've got summer seasonality, right? We saw what happened. We witnessed what happened last summer. Or we just continue to like chop like this through summer, and then back end of summer going into August, September, we start to leg up again. Right. Again, it's the first time we've had sort of like a world leader talking about crypto the way he is, but then also the way he's speaking and the effect he's having on the stock market with no consideration for it, which is, I mean, I think near term he doesn't have consideration for it, but eventually he will. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I always said that, and I always said that I think unless you're a long-term Bitcoin maxi holder, spot buyer, I think ETFs were, for me, the worst thing that could have happened to crypto from a day trading environment. Like I said that from the minute they were announced. I said like this isn't going to be good. Like we just become more and more coupled with stocks and become more and more like a boomer market. And I think that's like when I first got into crypto, that was the edge you had, right? You had your own edge, you had your own little like fantasy market, and altcoins traded a lot better than they do at the moment. Yes, the market's getting swallowed by boomers. Yeah, CME gaps have sort of like, they've kind of always been a thing, but more so than ever, the market does seem to want to respect them. I mean, this is just the same, right? We've seen over again, like range. I think it will just continue to do this. Like I said, leg up into summer, form like a new range. Maybe we get some sort of like decent alt conditions, but it's a lot to ask, isn't it? All right, let's look at some look at some altcoins. I haven't looked at alts today too much. I've been focusing on BTC really and play. So I'm looking for a similar thing to BTC. Like, I mean, Sol trades pretty closely with BTC in terms of price action. But yeah, kind of looking for like a push up on Sol. Push up on Sol before like a deviation and one trap lower. If I bouncing today, they might just be dead cat to keep going down. Probably bouncing because they heard Trump was taking a holiday day and they couldn't talk. He couldn't talk about tariffs. No, he's not. Yeah, Sol maybe like one more drive down would be nice. Looking for a similar thing from the BTC, like I just said. To 100, I think just buy 100, big round number, psychological number. Problem is I can't trade. I don't trade stocks too much. Like I don't know how stocks trade, you know. So when we start bouncing on stocks, I don't know whether we are dead cat bouncing or whatnot, you know. Like always have difficulty with the chart. It's not. How much are we down off the highs? 10%. I'll probably end up doing some like some live trading streams as well once I get back into properly using a footprint again. Especially at the moment with like pretty decent Bitcoin volatility, can be good. My outlook for the next couple of months though, for like with regards to altcoins, I mean, I'm mostly just waiting for BTC to convince me it's bottomed, right? With either of the scenarios that we already discussed earlier. And then I'll consider some altcoins. But I do like the likes of like Basie, high caps, L1s really. Like Bearer is pretty good. Like it's held pretty well. Like considering the market right now, it's actually held pretty well. This is a pretty nice setup. We should keep an eye on this actually. Reclaim back above here. I've got a chart marked up. No. Yeah, this looks pretty nice. Just a shift. How's the EMAs look? Yeah, I don't like it. Reclaim here on Bearer. Maybe you can look at a long. Take these highs. TP1, TP2. Equal highs up here. Actually, I did. I marked up a Trying from Blank episode. Let me find that because I'm pretty sure one of the plans was sweep these equal lows and then reclaim and take a long. I should have the chart somewhere. into my chart from blank chart. Anyway, I think that was the plan from my charting from blank episode. You can find that on my channel. Was looking for a sweep under here. And reclaim back above 663. Let's set some alerts for that. Like pretty nice wick to the downside there, really. Sweeping these lows. Especially if BTC moves up, this can be a good play actually. You probably target like a 50% move on it. Yeah, altcoin and Bear are pretty much the two coins I like the most at the moment. There's a lot of shit going on with hype at the moment. That's the only problem. The chart is also cooked. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. It kind of broke big, like from the downtrend and daily flipped structure as well. Problem is, there's just so much shit going on with this at the moment. Are they still doing buybacks? I sort of broke this daily downtrend structure, right? Which a lot of alts are still capped in. Maybe you could look for a hype entry down towards like $13. I think this maybe potentially already retested this breaker though here. That might already be a retest. Yeah, that was probably the entry, to be honest. 6% move. Let's see. Maybe a little bit of it, like if it came and swept under here. It's kind of just in range, but like if it rolled over here, swept these lows, maybe you could look at an entry. That was quite a nice entry on it. Flow pretty dead now. I mean, surprise, New York opens just pretty dead. It was okay earlier. It's just gone like super wonky now. Peanut as well. Peanut's been flagging up on my spaghetti a lot. flying. It's another coin which I think has good potential to squeeze at some point, even though it's been like down only, but yep, situation like this. Yeah, they responded to that quite well actually, which is a pretty good sign. I don't know, it's definitely worth keeping an eye on. Like it's been butchered. It's been butchered. You know, it's basically back to listing low. Broke the downtrend, broke the daily structure. You know, it could be on its way for putting in a reversal. I definitely think there's got a lot of shorts that have built up on it. Let me have a look. That can get taken out, like basically free rides the whole way down. Yeah, could see some shorts get punished. Break was working. I mean, yeah, look at these shorts, they're getting taken out. Definitely a decent amount of shorts to get squeezed for sure. Like that, they've had like a free ride down, so. I would, yeah, I'm gonna add this back to my watch list. I need to sort my watch list out. It's all messed up. Yeah, I think it's worth keeping an eye on. I mean, clearly altcoins that have shown their hand this week, going into the potential flip on the daily of BTC. Like if BTC can flip 85k. Look at IP. Look at Bearer, Fartcoin. Like potentially look at Hype for a squeeze. Peanut as well. Like Peanut's been showing some decent strength. I know where all my. Oh, there we go. It's just taking a while to load. IP maybe under these lows could be a nice entry. Five. I wouldn't fancy taking too many longs up here just yet. Bit of a reversal place for me on BTC right now. Take a look at Peanut. Unless you guys got some final charts, we can call that a stream. You know, on just over an hour now. Yeah, I was gonna do these every other week, but I'll probably hop on live some live trading, get some live scalping going once I'm back into the flow of using Footprint. We'll do a little scalping challenge account on Exo charts. Using Footprint will be good. That'll be good fun. I might even just start doing my actual Discord streams on YouTube, to be honest. Like for the group, like private streams. But I don't think as many people would join, that's the only thing. It's like, the thing is with Discord, people have accounts so they can just talk. Like with YouTube as well, people, if they don't have an account, they can't talk. You know, they can't ask questions. So it's not that convenient. All right then. We'll call that a stream. Thanks everyone for stopping by. First public stream in a while, so probably do these more weekly. Socials linked below. Do lives almost daily in the Discord now. Going to start doing some live trading in the Discord. Link to join is below. Twitter's down there as well. Hopefully I'll see you next week. Bye bye.